In the temptations of Jesus, as we read in Matthew 4, the last temptation that Satan tried to tempt Jesus with was the riches of the world, and I'm going to read out from there. Again, the devil took him to a very high mountain and showed him all the kingdoms of the world and their glory. And he said to him, "All these things I will give you if you fall down and worship me." And this is the reply that Jesus gave. "Go, Satan, for it is written, you shall worship the Lord your God and serve him only." And I want to share two things from this encounter and this third temptation that Jesus had. And the first thing is that worship comes before service. You see, Jesus said to Satan there, says you should worship the Lord your God and serve him only. So before we do any service for the Lord, before we engage in any sort of service, we should be true worshippers. And the second thing is that who has the riches of the world? You see, Jesus didn't dispute with Satan that he had the riches of the world and he was able to give it to him. So you see, the more we live for this world and the system of this world, and the more we want the things of this world, the more our worship is given away from God, the true God, to the king, the ruler of this world, which is Satan. So you see, people who have the kingdoms of the world and live for the kingdoms of the world are actually worshiping the devil, because he is giving those things to the people who serve him, right? So this is why John says, "Do not love the world nor the things of the world, for whoever loves the world, the love of the Father is not in him." And we know John says later on what the things of the world are. So my question for you today is, are you living for this world? Or are you living for heaven? Is your heart tied to this world? If God calls you home tonight, are you ready to say, "Lord, here I am. I'm ready to meet you"? Or are you still tied to the system of this world? You're living for the pleasures of this world, for the riches of the world. Examine yourself today in the light of God's word, and may he set you free.